and I'm running out of this. So what I will do is just mute my video, sir, because
that is
the
better.
thing is presentation is there. So I will share my presentation.
Sure.
Okay. Everybody can see my presentation.
Yes, sir.
So at any point of time,
Yes, sir.
if anybody wants to stop. Okay, let me kickstart today's webinar. So World Telecommunication Day, and you can see there's one phrase: digital technologies for older persons and healthy aging. So I will tell what are these things and what are the digital technologies that is available. So what is the basic goal of World Telecommunication Day? World Telecommunication Day actually highlights the importance of communication and how the information travels from the globe. And also there's awareness how this communication in our lives is stimulating for development of various technologies. And this World Telecommunication is also called by name World Information Society Day, which is usually celebrated in this May month on 17th. And each and every year they are going for a theme. And for this specific year, 2022, they have the theme Digital Technologies for Older Persons and Healthy Aging. So in this webinar, we will be seeing many technologies providing to these older persons what they can use and when we are getting aged, how it can be very helpful, not only in terms of health, but also how we can live the days, the elder persons can live the days happily. A small brief intro about this World Telecommunication Day. This World Telecommunication Day is celebrated annually since 1969. And you can see this first ITU, International Telecommunication Union, or sometimes we call it International Telegraph Union. And it was started in the year 1865 itself. During that time, the very first signaling of telegraph was introduced. So keeping this in mind, why not we can go for some celebrations for this achievement. They have started this World Telecommunication Day, and they had made it as a resolution. And actually, these words you can say, if anybody conference in Malaga in Turkey in 1973, a resolution 46 was passed. We have to celebrate this as a day on May 17th, and each and every year we will have some themes. And earlier also I told what is the purpose or goal or objective. They want to raise the awareness about internet and ICT, information and communication technologies, so that we can bring the societies, economics, and all nations under one umbrella. And the major goal is to reduce the digital divide. So what is actually the digital divide is, suppose if you take a country like America and a country like Somalia, in terms of digital technologies, we can tell. So America is a very highly developed country. So plenty of things are available. Economically, it is there. It is a superpower. Whereas if you take a Somalia, nothing is there. So how come they use this internet? So country-wise, if you take a country like India, you take Chennai and some local villages. So Chennai is an advanced city where people use most of these ICT technologies, whereas that local village doesn't have that much facility. That is what you call digital divide. Even in our home, there's a digital divide between the youngsters and the elder persons. Youngsters, they use their smartphones, other technologies, whereas elder people, they don't use. So that is also a digital divide. So digital divide is one of the major driving force which is acting. Okay. And a few benefits which you can see here of World Telecommunication Day. It is vital for security purposes. Telecommunication empowers participation globally. Education system is boosted. Economic is boosted. Business world is boosted, etc. So this is a small brief introduction for this WTD. And let me pass into the major part of my today's seminar, the theme for this academic year, digital technologies for older persons and healthy aging. And many such programs emphasizing this theme is conducted around the globe. And what is the emphasis of this theme is how come these telecommunications, information communication technologies, digital technologies can be used by these elder peoples to stay healthy, and how they can act independently, how they can physically live, what are the things that will emote them, and how it is going to affect their finance. So this is the emphasis on this digital technologies. So as far as my webinar is considered, few technologies, maybe you can put it in any order, why this particular theme has been taken by this WTD groups or ITU. That's a small statistics from United Nations, World Health Organization, and UNESCO. Today, the persons aged 60 and above or more compared to person under 5 age. And you can see here, by 2030, people with age 60 plus will be more, and around it will be 1.4 billion. And by 2050, the people who are living in this world, around 80% will be there, aged persons, and especially in low and middle income countries. India comes under middle income countries. So about 80% of the people will be senior citizens. So this is a concern for each and every countries, since urge the persons are becoming more, because many healthcare are all are coming. What we should do, what we should have, any provisions, facilities, so that we can nurture this persons. And especially after this COVID-19, you can see for the past 2 years, we have seen a lot of persons have left us, and especially aged old persons has left out. And in this period of time, in this pandemic time, that's so many crises is there. Sir, can you able to listen me?
Yes, sir.
Hello,
Please
sir?
proceed. No problem.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So globally, all the countries are looking for the senior populations, how we are going to address their needs. And there are plenty of addressings. And as far as this theme is considered, digital technologies, I'm going to just share a few informations on this digital technologies that is around us. And almost all of you are aware, a small glimpse within this few minutes, we will see it. As age persons, we are all getting aged, healthy aging. What are the things that each and every person has to say? Starting from, I will go with this biology, gender, whether it is a male person or a female person. Suppose if a person is of 60 years of age, so what is his or her health? And every day, every year, he or she becomes aged. Uh, Survival to specific age. Suppose starting from 60 to 80, they want to survive in good health. What are the things they have to follow it? Then second one is autonomy in activities of daily living. So autonomy is something about independency. Why should I want to depend on my children, grandchildren? I want to live on my own. I want to do my daily activities. So this is what you call autonomy. Next one, without any diseases and disabilities. So as we all know, as we all get aged, all sort of diseases will come. This blood pressure, sugar, etc., and the breathing problem all will come. And less number of problems I should have. This is what these two ellipse indicates. And disabilities, visual impairments, as we all know, as we get aged, our eyes, vision power will get reduced, hearing power will get reduced, and many of the times we will not able to get walked. We cannot walk. So all these disabilities will come, and what we pray, I should not have any kind of disabilities, or even if such disabilities there, it should be of very little amount. Then the next one is no mild or cognitive or functional impairment. When you talk about this cognitive, that is something like thinking, understanding, etc. Even if you see any aged old person, if you call them, they will have some memory loss. Okay, if you, they will ask for tea, and after 10 minutes also they will ask for tea. They will not remember. We will just tell them, just 10 minutes before only you asked for tea. Again you are asking. So these are some understanding level. They will not understand certain things. It will take some time for them to understand, to remember something, analyze, etc., to judge, to evaluate. And coming to this culture part, social participation and behavior, etc. Suppose if you take in a home, if there's elder persons, usually they are the head peoples. They used to tell us what is the culture, whether they belong to any religions, any caste, etc. This is our culture. We have to follow it. This is our tradition. We have to follow it. Suppose if it is a Diwali functions or Ramzan functions, etc. This is the dress you have to wear, etc. Apart from that, if any wedding happens, they will come in the front. Okay, people will ask them, so okay, bride and grooms to get the blessings of those older persons. So they participate. If you take any villages, there will be some village panchayat presidents. All will be senior persons. They will head any problems. They will give solutions. So as the age increases, all these problems will come. So whatever may be the situations, this elder person has to live a good and quality life without any diseases. This is what we expect. So what are the technologies that is available? And as I told you earlier, these technologies which I am just listing out, all of us are know. You can put it in any order and all are interrelated also. So we will talk with this basics internet. So internet has such an effect in today's world. Without internet, you cannot imagine anything. Now also we are talking in this Zoom. Without internet, you cannot imagine. So all these things are because of internet. And a few points which I have listed, you can see here. These are some applications, their refrigeration, etc. So with the help of internet, they can go for shopping, not readily going to any shops. You can just sit in your home, order through any online websites. You can order food, etc., to Zomato. Then video chat. There are some pictures which you can see. This older son is telling something, and this elder lady is speaking with her grandchildren. This is a Skype, so they can sit at a place and they can talk with their friends, families, relatives. They can share their photographs. They can share their emotions. They can have any discussions in their websites, like social media websites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. And they can play games with friends, even separately they can play, or they can play with their friends also. Mostly in aged homes, these kind of activities they used to do. And they can pay their bills, they can see their bank accounts by just sitting in their home. Plenty of websites are available. They can watch many TV shows and movies through streaming service like Netflix, etc. Then appointments, booking tickets, they can do by sitting at their home. All these are because of availability of internet. Any insurance they can renovate, they can pay their loans. And most important thing is telehealth and telemedicine. Today there are plenty of websites, there are plenty of hospitals, they are giving their websites. Initially you have to register them. Without going to hospitals, they can consult with the doctors, they can get the prescriptions, and many websites are there. There are disadvantages also. Right now I'm not talking about any disadvantages. Just they can upload the prescription, they can get the medicine, pay the money through online, and all the medicines will be delivered to their doorsteps. And also pilgrims holiday spots, they can check for it. And usually we know when people get aged, they want to go from pilgrim centers like Kasi, Rameswaram or Hajj. And they will just check it, what pilgrims are there, what is the timings, etc. And apart from that, after retirement also people go for tours and picnics. So far we have worked a lot, why not we can go for holiday, to take some picnic spots, book some hotels. Okay, so all these are because of this internet, and the list goes on. uh, Next one is mobile phones, smartphones, etc. So we all use phones, mobile phones. And for elder people, it will be sometimes difficult. You can see a grand woman is looking greatly at her phone. There are many phones, low-end phones and high-end phones are available with big button sizes. You can see in these pictures. Because many elder persons, they have some problem with their fingers. They have some arthritis problems, sight issues, etc. And some brightness features. There are few phones, smartphones with some lower cost that's available only for elder persons. So that kind of phones we can buy it, we can give it to elder persons so that they can use it, and whatever the thing they want we can provide to them. Apart from phones, tablets or iPads are available, and most of the images that I have put here, you can see 8-year-old persons. Usually the iPads or tablets are bigger in size compared to smartphones, but the weight is very affordable. It is of less weight, and they can just take it anywhere. And even a tablet, they can insert a SIM and it can be used as a smartphone also. They can play games, they can see movies, etc. Uh, Now we are living in a world of apps. So plenty of apps are available. If you just open a Google Play Store, you type it, there are plenty of apps. There are iOS apps, lakhs and lakhs of apps are available. Just to name a few, I have given here video call apps like Skype, Zoom, etc. Then Google Map is available there. There is some app called What Third Words, and each and every 3 locations, it gives every location of Earth with a unique 3 words. And in case of emergencies, this kind of apps can be used. And there are many health apps. Usually these health apps can be installed in any tablet or mobile phones used by elder persons, like say for example Shopwell, Pill Monitor, IPB, MedWatcher, etc. Actually here you can see one health app here. Actually, this health app is a Pill Reminder Pro health app. It will sound an alert when to take medications. You install the app, you just give some information, you load it. These are the tablets, medications you have to give, that elder person has to take it, and this is the time. And it is just like an alarm. So when the time comes, it just gives a sound, it beeps it. This the time has come, you have to take medicine. And there is one more app which I have given here, Pocket Physio, and it is actually developed by Care UK. It gives many informations, even it gives advice on workouts. What are the workouts as an elder person you can do, and depending upon the person's conditions only, you can change. Yes, okay. The app has got plenty of features depending upon the elder's uh, person's requirements. We can just change it. And again, you can see here there are plenty of apps, various games apps like Sudoku, etc. Usually, elder persons when they take any any newspapers like Hindu or something where Sudoku, they will just go there and they will have a fun by filling it. Okay, there are plenty of game apps available, puzzle solve apps are available. They can install it, or we as younger persons can install for them. They can use it. And if they want to watch any news, it's not necessary they have to always see the newspapers or TVs for any news channels. They can just go through that any TV news outlets, that apps, they can click it and they can see it. The only thing for all these things are many things, they require internet. For some cases, they doesn't require any internet. So weather apps they can see, because many people want to know what's the weather condition at different places. So these are few weather apps like AccuWeather, Yahoo Weather, Carrot Weather, etc. Of course, this social media, this is also coming under apps like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Zoom, and shopping. Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, all are coming as apps. They can use these apps for their shoppings, music, films like BBC iPlayer, Netflix, Spotify. And in this COVID pandemic period, we have seen plenty of streaming. We are not seeing any theaters open, so plenty of movies are streamed lively like Netflix, Z Cinemas, etc. People are seeing the, and plenty of old movies are still available in them. You can just pay it, they can watch it. So many aged persons, they want to see their old films, or they want to hear old songs. So plenty of apps are available. Say for example, this here it is a Spotify, and you can see plenty of ads regarding Spotify in TVs also. Okay, and many shopping websites are shopping websites as well as apps are displayed here. Banking and finance apps are also available today. We are having so many financial apps, like here you can see Finance Boomerang, PayPal, etc. And banking transactions, if you want to do IDBI, HDFC apps. So at a particular place, they can sit what are the things they require in their tablets or computers or desktops, mobile phones. So if they are not able to use laptops, they can go for smartphones and tablets. Only thing they want to know how to use it. So this app number is not finite, it's infinite. As I told you earlier, the number of apps goes to infinite, and each and every country has its own apps, and it is being utilized. Of course, there are many great there are many situations where they can use. There are many restrictions also. Next, I will just concentrate on some assistive technologies or assistive devices. Again, I am telling is all these things are interrelated. Okay, assistive technology or assistive device, we can say it is any device, or it can be any equipment, it can be any gadget, it can be any software. It helps bridge gaps in person's abilities, how they can live independently, fulfilling what they want. And what are the benefits of these assistive technologies? Elderly persons can remember certain things because as age happens, they cannot remember things, and these sort of technologies can make them remember, and they can communicate in emergency. Say for example, if any stroke happens, that you can have some devices with us so that we can communicate to our nearby hospitals or friends or relatives. And few examples I have given. Any visually impaired persons can access the internet, and safety and security, automations, etc. And here you can see a few pictures. A person is riding in a scooter, a person is really going for toilets, and there are plenty of assistive devices like wheelchairs, wheel scooters, etc. And here you can see some prosthetic devices, etc. Even though it's all fully mechanical, but still there are plenty of electronic parts available in this. And just I will run through many examples like wheelchair, scooters, etc. Then hearing aids, all this comes under this assistive technology, wearable devices, cognitive devices, to make our elder people to get attractive. They can regain some things in the thinking levels, etc. And one or two slides, I will just have this assistive technologies. And here you can see a cap. Actually, this is also wearable devices. Elderly person can wear this cap. By smart, some electronic. What this smart cap will tell you what they want to do. Able to hear me now?
The recording has stopped.
Yes, sir.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, can you able to see my screen? Assistive technology.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
correct.
sir.
So these are some few assistive technologies we have, like automatic paper scrolling, helping elders to write it, some magnifying devices, etc. And again, some physical modifications in the buildings also can make, and any lightweight mobility devices can use. And here you can see some utensil and cutleries. There are some digital parts available. Many elder persons and with some disabilities they can use, and specific devices for elder persons for doing some exercise are available specifically for them. Even in this treadmill also there are some features available elder persons can use. And here also you can see some assistive devices, wheelchairs, etc. And you can see here one walking stick. I will just show one thing. So there are plenty of devices available, starting from cooking, dressing, grooming. They can make telephones, smartphones, smart store bells, etc. This is one thing I want to just highlight it, a smart stick, standing on stick. And you can see there are plenty of features available. There are LEDs available, charging. You can charge it with the help of a USB, flashing lights, lock collars, etc. And there is some FM player also. So as a person is walking, they can hear FM, they can choose the radio stations, and there is some provisions for increasing, decreasing the volume, provisions for selecting the audio channels. And coming to the next digital technology, it's all wearable devices. And many of us know, we have seen this watches, and nowadays all these watches, wristbands, this ring, etc. All are coming with plenty of features. That's one Apple Smart Watch 5, which can monitor ECG with atrial fibrillation reductions. Even if any elder person falls, it detects and it can communicate to the nearby persons. And that's a fitness tracker also. That's a Fitbit Charge 3. It actually tracks the fitness of the persons. It's not like it only has to be weard by a normal person, younger persons. Why not we give these devices to the elder persons, let them wear it. That's something called cardiac wireless ECG monitor, which is usually put in the neck, or we can or the rest. It always take ECG. We can set a time also every 2 minutes or 5 minutes. You just send it to the home computers or to a cloud or to a nearby hospitals. Okay. And a few more examples: GPS track shoes. So shoe is having a GPS tracking devices. Wherever the elder person goes, it can be tracked. This is a hearing aid. The whatever the background noise, all can be removed. Only the foreground voice can be put in the eardrum, so that this elder persons with any hearing effects they can hear. And one of the most important thing in this wearable device is insulin pump. As we all know, as people get aged, people will get diabetic problems. They have to inject insulin. We can see plenty of times they have to inject insulin, that medicine. Instead, after having a discussions with the doctors, that's a provision insulin pump. Actually, this insulin pump has some bolus, a small cartridge, around some 10 ml to 20 ml of medicine here. We can I am pointing this pointer here. Thus 10 to 20 ml of medicine will be available, and there is some programming part. After discussion with the doctor, this device can be kept in a pocket, and a small catheter will come, a small needle will be put. Either you can put it near the rectum or anywhere. We can program it. This insulin pump, actually what it will do is it will check. There will be some sensors. I will not go deep into that. There will be small sensors which will just check the blood glucose level. When at any time the insulin has to be injected, it will be injected. But what's the main problem is the person who is wearing should be very careful. And there are some provisions available. If the medicine is going to end, there's no just like our fuel tank, there will be some emergency alarms. The next thing is Internet of Things. Of course, many things which I have earlier seen is also coming under the Internet of Things. So what is actually Internet of Things is, it is a network of physical object of things. Actually here the things means many objects like electronic parts, software, sensors, networks, all are connected. And today we are living in this Internet of Things, and as day progresses, we are going to see plenty of devices is going to get connected with this Internet of Things. And what is the ultimate goal of this IoT is to automate human life. Here also the same thing which I have told earlier. Internet of Things is just a small example here. You can see here. You can have different temperatures like temperature, blood pressure, pulse rate. I am talking with respect to healthcare. All these things present in a person's will take information, and it will be passed through some protocols and to a server. We can control it with the help of a mobile phone. We can see the data, and it can be stored in any clouds. There are plenty of clouds available like ThinkSpeak, Django, etc. And any person in the hospitals, in the home, everywhere, anywhere in the world can just go through the cloud, and they can see about the person conditions in real time, or even after 1 day or 2 days, if you want to analyze it, there's a plenty of things. That's a different stream. So Internet of Things is greatly helping. Even you can see in our CMC, many details, they always store it digitally. They won't give, even if you take MRI scan or CT scan, X-ray, all are stored in digital form. They are storing in a server. Okay. In medical terms, Internet of Things is not only for medical, it has got a wide variety of applications. Sometimes with respect to healthcare, we can call it as Internet of Health Things or Internet of Medical Things. And a few things I have just highlighted here, like a glucose monitoring, freestyle labor system, 12 labor systems, and all these things will be very helpful for elder persons, like heart rate monitoring, hand hygiene monitoring, depression and mood monitoring, etc. I am just take one example, 12 wearable pain relief technology kits. Actually, it provides some relief by easing leg, foot, and knee pain. Next thing, our homes, smart homes. So every day people are telling about smart homes, etc. And how we can create a smartphones for elderly persons. We also becoming aged. How by designing a smartphones, how elder persons can live there, and as we are getting aged, how we can live. There are 4 important architectures available, starting from the bottom. I just here, sensors and actuators. So when we talk about Internet of Things or smart homes, the first and foremost things are sensors, like a temperature sensors, blood pressure sensors, etc. And after getting information, after getting details, physiological or biological details from a person, they have to be communicated. Okay. And there should be some platforms which is going to get all these informations and services, and finally services like telemedicine, health service, etc. And in this figure, you can see wearable sensors, activity detections. By this picture speaks a lot than my words. There are environmental monitoring system that's available in our home, like temperatures, AC, etc. Home security systems. We can have energy management. You can have home automation systems. You can have platforms, sensors. And what are the symbols? You can see here beacon symbols. You can place so many sensors at different places. You can monitor it. And here some example pictures are. This is a smart home. That's an elderly person. Actually, this video you can watch it in YouTube also. How to control many home appliances, how to communicate with them. Either it can be a wired or wireless. Suppose if they want to wired as well as wireless, suppose if a person is moving in a chair, we can place it at different places. And all these are examples for smart homes. With the help of a tablet or a mobile phone itself, we can control it by sitting at one place. So this example wired, and this example is wireless. Some issues privacy is there, handling large volume, because when you talk about Internet of Things and smart homes, large volume of data is generated, and how all these data can be handled. That is the third architecture which I have just shown you. Okay. Then complexity in the design. When we are constructing any home, we always look about the designs, but existing home or a new home, the complexity is more, and how energy efficiency, because we have to make all these devices to work with the help of electricity. So how much power they are going to consume, and many times we require low power. So many will be battery operated. So this is the major constraints. And interoperability of smart homes. If you just take for, even for an example, I am having a smartphone and I'm having a Google OS. Okay. If suppose I want to enhance it, if suppose if a person is having a smartphone, they are having only KitKat operating systems. Every time there is a problem with the WhatsApp, they have to update OS. So this is something about interoperability. Okay. Then adoption of artificial intelligence technologies. Plenty of artificial intelligence technologies is available. Which technologies we want to put it in our smart home according to our requirements, according to the physical situation, health conditions of the elder persons, whether they are disabled or not. The gender also come into picture. One important interesting technology is virtual reality. As you can see here, people are wearing some headsets. We call it as virtual reality headsets or helmets. This will always help. So what is actually a virtual reality? It is actually a computer generated environment with scenes and objects that appear to be real. Okay. And some benefits I have listed here. These elder persons, they have a chance to get the sights and sound of distance places as which they have never heard. I will give them a new learning experiences. Many times this virtual reality keeps their brain active, and whatever the points which I have put, all has been taken from some authenticated websites, and many things are in research level also, and they can enjoy some moments from the past. They can explore their elder ages, their young ages, even suppose if they are in poor condition at some earlier ages, how they have gone through all these things, etc. And many times it eases physical pain and chronic diseases. Even suppose if I am talking, if I am headache, when somebody is coming, and if I'm seeing some person, some child is walking, sleeping, I will forget. And after sometimes I'll tell, where is my headache? Okay, when all these elderly people are enjoying something, they will get out of their depressions. This a few examples of virtual reality provider: Virama, Mindware, Rundiver, VR Journey are some virtual reality providers available. And that's the one quote given by CEO and co-founder of this Mind VR. We are providing digital health and happiness to a blooming audience of older adults virtual reality. And they have experimented with the 85-year-old person, and what he has done is he has got some mild cognitive impairment. He could not think, there's some problem with his brain, and by wearing this virtual reality glasses, which has been programmed, okay, what he wanted is, I want to go for some different places. You might have seen a picture called bucket list. They just list out what are the things before dying, what are the things we have to do. Like this, they have a bucket list. I want to go to Taj Mahal, I want to go to Himalayas, I want to go to, physically it is not possible, but by making some arrangements, virtual environment available, that 85-year-old person is wearing it, and he experiences that and he enjoys it. Okay, this is one important thing, and you can see in this slide, what do you see in these photos? So you can see all are aged-old persons. Sir, if I am running out of time, or if I am taking too much time, you can interrupt at any moment. Can you able to listen me, hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go ahead, sir.
Okay.
It's very interesting, really.
Okay, sir. And you can see all these elder persons are having some toys. Maybe sometimes it may look like actual pet, but actually it is not a pet. All are robots. They are companions. So at old age, elder people, they want to have some companions. whether it may be a spouse or if it's a male, if they are not having their partner, they want to have some. So instead of live pets, they can be provided with robots according to their requirement, according to their physical conditions. They can talk with them. And it's not like, suppose if you take this talking Tom applications, okay, whatever the thing we talk, it just repeat it. It's not like talking Tom. You just take, hey, you can just give some name. I want to just give an example of a film, Castaway. The hero actually goes by flights with many of his crew members, many of his fellow members. The flight gets into an accident, and he just landed up in a island where he's lonely, and he lives there for around 4 to 5 years. And there is one baseball, and he just draws some human picture, and he calls it Wilson. And if you see the entire picture, most of the time he talks to that baseball, thinking that it is a live human being. At one point of time, when he just starts swimming and rowing in the sea, this Wilson, the baseball, just moves away from him. He just searches as if he is searching for a friend, searching for his daughter, searching for his son. So these companions, when we program it, we will, this old age persons will, it will be helpful for them. Okay, you just talk to me, hello, how are you? It will just reply some sound. So this is an example. This is one example I want to share with you. That they can have a simple conversations. Maybe this may be looking like, okay, we are seeing it only in movie, but plenty of foreign countries, they are doing some researches. Even in India also, we are having some research labs, they are doing it. And here you can see some pictures. There's a old person. He's just having some talk with this robot. He feels like he's very loneliness. Okay, I'm very alone. You please come and talk with me. And the caregivers. Okay, in a nursing homes, and this are physically challenged persons. Suppose if we have any requirements, anything, he can just order his robots. Okay, you do this. And many of us know Sophia, the world's first robot citizen. The citizenship is given by Saudi Arabian government. So after this citizenship providing, many countries, they are just checking why not we can provide. So robots are coming. Automation is coming at home. So I have to highlighted many technologies, and all are interrelated. Still, I might have left out some technologies. So please bear with us. So whatever may be the technologies available, digitization and aging is there. Aging is a part of life. Everybody is aging. Now I am 42 years old. By Allah's grace, I'm till 42. I don't know up to what age I will live, but still I have my parents in 70s. My grandparent is there in 90s. So aging is a part of life, and everybody has to accept it. Everybody has to respect it at every stage. But many times it has become a discrimination. We discriminate. You are age of persons, you cannot do it, you cannot do that, you sit in a home, etc. Okay. And with respect to this technology changing, older people, we may think, or they themselves think, I am not able in a persons, or older persons are not able to use modern technologies. Next thing, old persons, they want to use the technology, or even ourselves, we tell our grandmother or father, okay, I am giving you a phone, I will train you, you use it. Some persons will tell, I'm too old, I'm not in a position to use any of these technologies. But whatever may be the situations, all of us, our aged elder persons, senior citizens, we have to try them. We have to make them to learn something. I think I am nearing the end of my sessions. And 5 major challenges for our seniors to use these technologies: physical limitation and health issues. Okay, and just a few scenarios and points I have just highlighted. As we all know, as age up, our finger shots snake shaking. We will get some problem also. Leathery fingers. We cannot use, healthy persons cannot even touch a smartphone at one particular button. Okay. Then some manual dexterity, such as chronic pain, arthritis, visual impairments. The person cannot see properly, or there may be some problem with color vision problem, contrast sensitivity, etc. So all these challenges comes under, you can put it under one belt, physical limitations and health issues. It means that these are some problems the seniors face. They cannot use technologies. And keeping up with change. So every day we can see changing. That's a small quotes in Tamil, Matram Undre Maradadu. So everything is changing. So the change, people cannot react it, and especially elder persons cannot react it. What is the change that is happening? And adaptations, they are not chameleon. They cannot just adapt to the situations, changing technologies. Yesterday we were using a phone, a landline phone, a dial phone. Then the button phone came. Then mobile phone came with small buttons. Now smartphone came, and plenty of features is available. So technology is changing. We in our home, we are using washing machines. See, there's a growth. Semi-automatic. There was a manual washing machine, semi-automatic washing machines. Now fully automatic washing is there. You take a refrigerator 10 years back. Now what is that? You take the microwave ovens, you take example, the mixes, all are changing. So even whatever the things which I just listed out, I have shown many pictures, all technology are changing. So they are not in a position to cope with that. They cannot adapt to that situations. The next challenge is the working principle concept, how it works. They find very difficult in mastering new technologies. Sometimes, oh, this new technology is there, they hesitate. Why should I use this new technology? Or they hesitate it. Sometimes frustrations. Oh, this is a new technology or something. I cannot use it. I want only older things. So they get frustrated with the technologies. And many of the time, they are not at all interested. I'm an old person, leave me alone. I will just follow the old customs, old things. They are frustrated with all the advancements. Next, fourth challenge is overwhelming informations, and all these many informations are coming to them by word of mouth. They are sometimes they are seeing some newspapers or all these cyber crimes, hacking, etc. All they are interested. No, I should not use these technologies. Something will happen if I use this technology. I will. Suppose if they take, for example, some banking applications, if I use this, I may enter some wrong password. I will not access my accounts. Somebody will hack my phone. I will not use it. So this kind of information, some people will come. Of course, this hesitation and overwhelming information, they come in hands. They travel together. Many informations, movies also people are seeing. Okay. So word of mouth, even the neighbor will come, hey, you don't use this. And especially these elder persons when they are mingling, and especially ladies, hey, they have got like this problems. Don't use this. Some problem is there with the device. Don't use these technologies. Somebody will come. There will also be an envy among themselves. Don't use this. She's using system. So all this, we can put it in this word, overwhelming informations. Some comments, past experiences, negative reviews, etc. And finally, assistance in learning. What are the technologies which you have seen earlier? What are the limitations? They need helps. Assistance from others, whether of their same age or from their children, grandchildren, etc., or from caregivers. So still some 5 challenges. Now, how we can help the seniors in this discipline? A few points I have just listed out. Explain the value. So any technologies, any things that is there, explain the value. Suppose if you want to have a smart home, you explain the value. This application, this device is for this purpose. It will help you in this manner. It will help you in this manner. And address the security concerns. Again, I'm taking example of smart home, security locks, doorbells. There's a security lock is there. There's a smart bell is there. And suppose if I am coming, I'm person. If you are alone, I will just press 1 or 2. I will just uh, have a voice command. Only after hearing this, only you can open. So this security concern. I'm just taking one example of smart homes. Emphasize internet safety when people are using internet. I have just listed out many things in the very first slides. Banking, public etc. Don't give passwords. There are many phishing, tracking are coming. Don't give anything. Don't disclose your password. Don't disclose your accounts, etc. And take it slow, because they are elderly persons. They will not just grab it as fast as. We have to explain them. Even if it is multiple times, we have to explain them in a very slow person. This is this grandma, grandfather. This is this. You just use like this. You explain them slowly. Even it take time. Write it down slowly. Even suppose if something, if they cannot grasp it, we can just take a piece of papers. We can put it. We can write it step by step. You follow the step today. You follow the step tomorrow. You follow the step. And every time you have to show patience. Most of the time, as engaged persons, we will not show patience to them. Unless and otherwise, if you are not showing patience to them, they get frustrated. The previous slides, frustration, hesitations. So we have to be very patient. Even at multiple point of time, you teach it repetitive time. We have seen yesterday you might have shown how to unlock a smartphone. They will forget. Again, we will tell. Again, they will forget. I will tell. And we will tell how many times I have to repeat it. I have to repeat it. Let us repeat them. They are our parents. They are our grandparents. And we have seen them. We have grown by seeing them. Okay. Every time you have to give a confidence. Even if they make mistakes, we have to give them confidence. Okay, grandma, you have done it well. You can do it. Like this, we have to give confidence, even if it's a one person or multiple persons. And we have to give some resources, free resources. We should not hesitate to provide them resources. Okay, grandma, grandfather, people, sir, you use these resources. You use them. Even if some problem comes, we will rectify it. Giving confidence is there, giving free resources. And some games we can provide them. So some technologies are available, like I showed you some internet games, virtual reality games. Like that, we can give it to them. They can play that either individually or in a group. And what is the adaptation to the physical needs? So elder persons are there. We know them. They also know them. Sometimes they don't know what is their requirements. We have to first know it. According to their requirements, we have to adapt it. Suppose if an elderly person is there, he or she wants to lay in a bed, because they cannot lay in the floor. That's with them to get up. Even you take a toilet, we use a Western type toilet so that it can help. So we have to keep some devices. Just I have shown you some internet of devices, wearable devices. We have to buy them. We have to make them to wear it, use it. We have to explain them whatever the points which I have told you earlier. Explain the value, explain its operations, etc. Even some problem happens. Okay, don't panic. We are here, and always we should be there to help them to see their skills, whether they are acquiring the skills, whether there is any development in acquiring the knowledge. Every time you have to share. And all these things are again help ways are interrelated. We cannot just skip. If I am just telling one, other thing is not important. All these things are equally important. We cannot just leave anything. And when I am telling this, this is also for us. So let me conclude. So I have seen so many technologies is there. As far as this World Telecommunication Day is celebrated, and their theme is there, digital technologies and aging persons. Many technologies are available. Many pros, cons are available. We have to just take the pros of the technology. We have to just leave away all the cons, disadvantages. What's the requirement? We should take it. We should make our elders use it. And when you say elders, grandparents, mother, etc., we should also think of ourselves. because what we are doing today will come tomorrow for us. This is a concluding slide I have, and especially in India, whatever the technology we have, which I have just shown, many of the technologies are not available because of this, the very first word which I told you, digital divide. But nowadays, many things are happening. Let us hope all these technologies reaches leap on boundaries, length and breadths, vertical and horizontal columns of the entire India to each and every cities, urban areas, rurals, etc., so that people live happily. Elderly persons in India play a vital role because in families, they play a vital role as well as societies. Many decision makings are done by our elder people. Even if we are becoming elder, we feel that, okay, I'm elder persons, I should take decisions. And they are the caregivers. Even nowadays, we are seeing there are many nuclear families, joint family. As a joke, you can see in many films, many movies, people are living in apartments. The next door, who is there, we don't know. But in a joint family where you can see there's a grandpa, grandmother, they are all watching, who are all they, even they watch in the streets, who are all going around on them. They always have a look on them. Even if any children is missing, they will just ask, oh, my grandchildren is missing, you go and search. We are missing nowadays. So very serious implications for them, we have to take it. And all of us has to take some elder persons, grandmother, grandpa, father, mother, uncle, you are not alone. We are here. We will respect you and we will care. As I already told, whatever the things we do today will come to us tomorrow. Thank you. Sir, I'm just stopping my screen. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, anybody would like to ask any question or discuss anything, especially with respect to today's session? It was very, very interesting, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Actually, I'll just give a pass whether anybody would like to talk. They can
Yes,
unmute and talk.
So anybody, if they want to ask anything, they can ask.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I would like to tell my vote of thanks. Before telling my vote of thanks, on behalf of the Institution of Engineers, my request was immediately accepted by you, and you have prepared in a very short time this information in a very, very concise and exactly to the point where it is required to be emphasized with respect to the telecommunication with the technology available for aging persons. In total, the session was very, very interesting and useful to those who have parents, elderly parents along with them, so that the advices and the devices available around us, all these things really had helped us to have some sort of enlightenment in the knowledge what we have and what we should acquire. So it was really interesting, sir. And actually, on behalf of Institution of Engineers, I would like to express my sincere thanks to you and Mr. Syed Amjad, who has readily accepted and guided you to approach you. Thank you very much, sir, Sri Mohammed Mian, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I think with this, we will conclude the session. It was really interesting, and it is available in YouTube also. anytime any of your friends would like to, you can refer it to and ask them to see it also. This very, very good collection with respect to this topic, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, all the participants also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, sir. Sir, can I leave?
Sir, சொல்லுங்க sir.